Alright, so one more interesting segment at 10:22 in the morning on Friday, January 19th. It's already Friday. I want to give a history on the history of handcuffs. It has been 100 years since the peerless swing-through handcuff was invented. This handcuff is amazingly similar to those in general use today. However, the story of handcuffs goes back considerably further than the 1912 innovative design. And in 1894, his treatise, simply called Handcuffs, inspired Inspector Maurice Moser of Scotland Yard, told of a French police officer who arrested a thief but found handcuffs to secure him, displaying some ingenuity. He cut off all the bottoms of the man's suspenders, modestly made for the best handcuffs, as the suspect held tight to his trousers while escorted through crowded Paris streets. When researching the history of handcuffs, one is initially struck by the huge volume but shallow content that exists of the subject. Moser was looked upon as an expert in modern handcuffs in 1894, and his brief overview of the technology at the time describes some fascinating antiques. Even in Moser's days, copper was a common slang expression for police officers and originally meant thief catcher. It came from cop, an ancient Anglo-Saxon term which meant to catch cop something. Handcuff, a natural extension described as a mechanical device that catches the hands, and was the original name for handcuffs. The idea of restraints dates back to Greek mythology and the prophet Protus, who could foretell the future but wouldn't unless forced to. He eluded those who tried by transforming himself into other forms, including wild beasts, fire, and water, frightening them into letting him go. Aristarchus fixed the fetters on him after being told Protus, who eventually changed back to his original form and prophecy it held on long enough. Reference to cuff-like devices dated back to 4th century BC, when conquering Greek soldiers found vast numbers of them in wagons pulled by Carthaginian armies. They were primarily used to control and enslave prisoners of war. Over the centuries, handcuffs have been variously described as swivel manacles, shackles, fetters, irons, bracelets, and cuffs. The first big manufacturer was the Hayek Handcuff Company, founded in 1780. The styles and usage of handcuffs began to take off around 1850 as the Western world became more mobile and urbanized. Crime increased inordinately with the population explosion as the apprehensions of criminals. Transporting prisoners from police stations to jails and courthouses and back again could only be accomplished with handcuffs, which essentially placed the offender in a secure lockup situation faster with fewer escapes. While handcuffs are being used more frequently, then they would need to find easier ways to engage them. Anyway, my story about handcuffs is I have a little thing about this. Tony Vitale enforced the NYPD on January 6, 2006 to use handcuffs and forcefully abusive handcuffs on people and criminalize people in New York City, and it revolved around the United States. And handcuffs should be illegal. Handcuffs should only be used when a second cop is called, because cops abuse the handcuffs, and Tony's never been handcuffed, and he should get in fucking handcuffs because he's a fucking piece of shit criminal. And then And Tony started the Social Services Warrant on January 6, 2006. He started the handcuffs on February 7, 1980. Tony Vitale started the NYPD, suggested that they oblige usage of handcuffs 43 years ago. At the only mere age of like 18 or 17, Tony, he's the devil. That piece of shit is the fucking devil. That piece of shit is the fucking devil. That big-nosed Pinocchio motherfucker Gonzo. Fucking, where's Waldo? Anyway, going back to the piece of shit Mexican trash bitch from the 42nd precinct. Now that she's fucking fat, the one that have arrested me from my own home and my own property in New York City, tell me, oh come on, you need to get a job. You don't have no money. You got a fucking Mexican, you stupid bitch, with your Guyanese little friend from Bronx River Avenue that really says that that family is his friends, and this is a whole complex against us. That Guyanese her partner with that smiley evil face, dead ass motherfucker. Anyway, she handcuffed me for 7 hours and 43 minutes in a car waiting in Central Station. I told her to remove the handcuffs, and she asked me to put a double count. 7 hours and 43 seconds in the Grand Concourse. The 2 hours is the maximum limit. So today I asked for her to rest on. She's still working. She gave me PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, September 6th, while the United Nations Assembly was going on. At 4:43 a.m. on my visit to Venchi's, she was ordering the ice cream and eating her Venchi's at 1117 Lexington Avenue, between 78th and 77th Street. So she has to get the 42nd precinct. The Fort Apache is not listening to me. If you guys don't fire that bitch, I'm gonna fire all of you. Cause that's our precinct. And then another thing to the Department of Agriculture, the hick the secretary, the secretary of the Department of Agriculture. If someone in over a 7-day balance has a zero balance on the food stamp benefit, you refill it for $100. If you don't like it, you resign.